Hey guys, you're watching Car Topic, and today we're going to be talking about the Volkswagen Microbus, or more commonly known as the VW Bus. Now, a lot of people know this car as a hippie van or a car that isn't really cool and only a few people like it. But today, I'm going to try and show you that there's so much more to this bus, and that it's actually a really cool car. And just like all of our videos, let's get started with a little bit of history. Now, the very first microbus was made in the year 1950 and only had 25 horsepower. And even though 25 horsepower is nothing, the way that this van was designed allowed it to hold up to 1,500 pounds. So even though the VW bus had very little horsepower and had a 0 to 60 of around 30 seconds, it was able to haul a lot of weight, which is very impressive considering its specs. This is because the bus was originally designed to do work for local businesses. But in the year 1967, while the body design stayed the same, the VW bus got an upgraded 50 horsepower engine with a 25.6 second quarter mile. Now this obviously still isn't fast on today's standards, or really even the standards of back then, but that extra added horsepower just gave it more and more hauling capacity, making it a more and more capable bus for businesses that were using it, and for the families who bought it and drove it with their families. But in the year 1968, the second generation of the VW bus came out. This car had a slightly improved 57 horsepower, but it was heavier than the older generation, so it had similar performance overall. Now, this car just increased the popularity of the VW bus, as the 60s were a great time to own a VW bus due to the vast and growing hippie movement, which is why people know this car as a hippie bus today. But after over 22 years, the VW bus essentially had the same performance, as even though the horsepower had more than doubled, the weight had also vastly increased. So these cars performed essentially the same, even though they were 22 years apart. So just 4 years later, after the second generation of the VW bus, came the third generation in 1972. This new and improved VW bus had a much needed 72 horsepower engine with a 0 to 60 of 22 seconds, which is 8 seconds faster than the previous 30-second 0 to 60. Now this car was much quicker and had a much more modern performance, as the previous generation was really lacking and was dropping in sales due to it being incredibly slow. But as incredible as this third generation was, it got discontinued in the United States in the year 1979 and got replaced by the Volkswagen Vanawagen. The Volkswagen Vanawagen had a very similar purpose as the microbus, but it had a much more boxy design and isn't really considered a VW bus. And the VW bus hasn't been seen since. But there is one coming to us in the future. That we'll talk about towards the end of the video. Let's go back and talk about the original 3 generations of the VW bus and how it's so much more than just a hippie van. These cars can be used as a beach car that you can take to the beach and enjoy your day with. They can also be popularly used as a camper, as there's many camper conversions for these buses that can give them beds and even some cabinets and storage in the back. Some people have also turned these buses into lowriders, giving larger engines to them and dropping them super low to the floor. There's just so many reasons to own a VW bus, and I honestly think that everyone can find a reason why they should own one. But you better be quick, as these cars are appreciating in their value. But as I was saying a while ago, there is a brand new VW bus coming to us in the year 2022, and it's all electric. This all new electric VW bus is going to have 365 horsepower coming from its electric engines. so it's going to be incredibly quick, just like any electric car, but unlike the previous VW buses. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you learned at least a few things about the VW bus. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know down below if you have any ideas for future videos, as well as what you thought of today's video. I'll be sure to make it happen to the best of my ability. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time on Car Topic.